Welcome back to Focus on 5, where we are celebrating 70 years of WNEM TV5. Please enjoy this look back at TV5's rich history and legendary broadcasters that made us who we are today.
Joining us now from the Maritime Academy dock just across the bay behind me is Jim Kiertzner.
Marion, this is a beautiful spot for tourists from all over the country to visit. Traverse City, Michigan. We're going to be showing you some of the most popular sites in this program, live from Traverse City. The rain, fortunately for us, just stopped within the last few seconds, and we also want to point out at the top of this broadcast that this is a first for the television market of Flint, Saginaw Bay City, a first for a television show being broadcast live via satellite from a remote location. So we're trying out some new things, and it should be fun. But first, we're going to start with the news. Marion, this schooner is an 1850s style schooner. They are building it. They expect it to be done in about a year. We're going to have a report on that coming up next on News 5. And Chuck, as you can see, is behind me getting ready with the weather. That's 2 is coming up next as News 5 continues live via satellite from Traverse City.
Once again, we're joining you live by satellite from Traverse City, and let's go back to Jim Kiertzner now, who will tell us a little bit about the weather and a few other things.
Well, Marion, right behind me is an 1850s style schooner being built from scratch. It's called the Madeline, and there's good reason behind that, because back here in the 1850s in the Traverse City area, there was a schooner just like this, a 2-masted, fully rigged schooner that used to dock here. And the sailors on board wanted to educate themselves, so they hired a local gentleman to give them an education. Those sailors then went on to own their own shipbuilding business back in the late 1800s. Well, some local guys here in the Traverse City area decided to get together and bring back that piece of history, bring back that first classroom for the Traverse City area, and they're building it here one plank at a time.
Want to saw that out, do you? Up to Daisy!
The building of Madeline is being done by a small group of patient volunteers who are working with one resident expert. The work is long and tedious, and one plank at a time.
As a couple of the gentlemen have mentioned, it's a wonderful therapy for them after they've retired and don't have anything really to get their teeth into.
This work started a year ago, June. The plans are to have it all finished by next July. Optimistic plans? Sure. Especially when you consider that the work is all being done year-round and by hand.
One plank at a time.
And virtually all of the work is done on-site, including shaping the raw Michigan lumber. It's all coming from the state, shaping that lumber into the right size, one plank at a time.
Start at 2.5 inches. Then we bring it down to about 2 inches.
And when it's all done, it'll be a floating old-time maritime classroom, as well as a piece of history for Traverse City.
Yes, I guess you could say it was a dream, and decided that there should be something done in this region to commemorate the maritime past.
Although donations will help, the total cost of this project is $250,000.
You know, you may not remember this, but I do, but this being named the Madeline reminds me of a song back when I was a youngster, Paddling Madeline Home, and I'm just wondering if they could do that with this schooner. This is something.
It's going to be beautiful.
A beautiful ship.
56 feet long for people who are interested. Here at the Schooner Project shows people from 44 states and 6 foreign countries just within the last year and a half of this project.